This is Shannon. It's a little notice, but you just cleaned up this single one. What I watch. Fly home, buddy. It's a little notice, but you never. No, you're upset. You don't see. I'm back. It's a little notice, but you just cleaned up this single one. What I watch. Fly home, buddy. It's a little notice, but
darn you we go.
What do you mean?
I will not.
Bad things, buddy. I'm sorry. How do you trust Bernie? I'm sorry. Come on. I am your a little notice, but you just cleaned up this single one. What I watch. Fly home, buddy. It's a little notice, but you never. No, you're upset. My super because I it's a little notice, but you just cleaned up this single one. What I watch. Fly home, buddy. It's a little.
They will. Well.
Bezos.
Prefer to think valuable life is not. Prefer to think D-wing and D-wing and
See anyone from the old days, Bob? See anyone from the old days, Bob? See anyone from the old days, Bob? See anyone from the old days?
prefer to think valuable life is not. Prefer to think D-wing. Say please.
What have we here? See anyone from the old days, Bob? See anyone from the old days, Bob? See anyone from the old. Why what? See anyone from the old.
What did you say to me? Truly are.
From the old days, Bob?
This isn't the end of it.
Well, these guys, they will prefer to think
I have to do this alone. Get over it.
valuable life is not. Well, these guys, they will prefer to think.
Just like old.
Hurry, honey.
I'm sorry. I can't lose you again.
Was totally wicked! That wasn't right. Are we there yet? Look at that. Yes, it doesn't. And more. Dad ran away and I knew I think that his family knows. Ricklet, who you do that? Remember what you did before? Coming back. Not that this isn't fun.
It's a little notice, but you just cleaned up this single one. What I watch. Fly home, buddy. It's a little notice, but you never. No, you're upset. You don't see. I'm back. It's a little notice, but you just cleaned up this single one. What I watch. Fly home, buddy. It's a little notice, but you never. No, you're upset. My super suit. How do I get
Expert. Dash.
Why are you on here? Never heard.
Dash.
How do I get
Expert. Dash.
my ticket? Never heard.
Dash. Violet. Expert. Dash. They will.
Never heard.
Dash.
How do I get
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another DaraChat. My name is Daramuth, or Dare for short, because unfortunately I have to say that like over again. Some people haven't got past the first grade, and it's sad. You could say the American education failed them, but that might not be working. But anyway, I get to have on Mr. I don't know. Do I call you Mr. Chato or Paul? Because I know you'll be like Mr. Chato was my dad's name, so. Are you able to hear me? Oh. Can you hear me? Are you able to hear me? I don't know if he still sees me or not. Uh-oh. Oh, please don't let there be technical issues. Hello? Let's see. Well, he's up on screen. Okay. Mr. Paul, can you hear me or see me? Can you see me? I don't know if you can or not. Let's see. Because I can hear him. I can hear him. Can Can you hear me?
Me?
Yes.
I can hear you.
I thought for a second, I was like, oh man, I don't know if you can see me or not. Because like you're just quiet there for a second. I was like, oh, what's going on?
I saw this blank screen and I assumed you were playing something for the audience that I couldn't see.
Oh, well, that sucks. There was something playing. Apologies. Well, it's not
Must
my
have been
fault. but-
fabulous. I'm sorry I didn't hear it.
well, apologies for that. But anyway, thank you for coming on. Do I call you? Do I say Mr. Chato or just call you Paul?
You can call me Paul.
Okay.
You can call me Mr. Canoehead. You can call me any like several. There's several things.
I hope all
Paul
good.
Paul is cool. Although my first name is Peter, but I call myself Paul.
Oh, okay. Wait. So you call your channel was it?
Call me Chato.
Call me Chato.
Because
Like,
that's
what
how
was-
we talked to each other when I was going to school. No one used their first name.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, Chato. Hey, Bill. Hey, Reiner.
Well, that's funny because my grandpa, my on my side of the family, he would go by his middle name instead of his first name. So I'm always. I mean, it for him it makes sense. I'm not gonna say it, but like I can understand why some people go that because sometimes the middle
Well,
name or whatever.
when your first name is Dickwad, you probably don't want to use it. Like it's thanks, Mom, Dad. Like it's, I know that you're naming me after Grandpa, but I'd rather not use it. I'll use Steve. Are you okay? Like I hope that's, I'm not crushing your feelings about that. Although I did have a client who two brothers, the Slutskys,
Slutskys.
and one Anglo. No, I mean he completely changed his name, just his last name to, Daniels or something. And in one of our meetings with the two of them, I said, "So, like, was your mom really pissed off at you for it?" And she said, "Yeah, she was completely distraught that he no longer used Slutsky for the last name. It's just something that she could not get over."
Yeah, that's one of those names. Hey, Mr. Sluts. But
Yeah, but his brother,
uh,
his daughter married a shitman. So
come on.
I would have liked to have, been to that wedding, and maybe, she kept a hyphenated name because she didn't want to lose Slutsky. So
Can you imagine a shit sluck or something like that?
something, yeah, that's right. Enid Slutsky Shitman. There you go.
I almost feel like if someone had the last name Killer, that'd be like the hardest thing to get past. Like, oh hey, Mr. Killer.
Or Hitler.
No, that that's actually a really good one. Unfortunately, I don't think there are people with that first name. If they've tried, they've gotten booed. Unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. Adolf. Although that's now become popular amongst the the right, the far right of center. So
The political climate stuff and all that.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be political to be an idiot.
That is true. You can be just about anyone and be an idiot. Or you could be an idiot savant.
True. You can, and to know every single date that some baseball player hit a home run.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be a great skill. Bill Turbert hit his first home run in 1942 at the Philadelphia stadium over in the left field bleachers. I don't know.
I just like there are people like that. That's just it's sort of like I guess some people would call it useless information. I think is the big term. Whereas like you just remember some piece of fact that's like has nothing to do with anything useful.
Well, I think guys in particular, depending on who they are, will
Mhm.
often zero in on some extracurricular activity that represents that they're able to incorporate a whole bunch of minutiae just because it's a guy thing to do. When I was working at Kelly's Stereo Marts,
Mhm.
I memorized every single model number of every Sansui, Akai, Yamaha, Bose, um, JVC, Lansing,
Mhm.
speaker, stereo, everything. I knew them all. Like it was not difficult for me to memorize every single one.
Mhm.
So my son can bang off the model numbers of pretty much every Subaru engine ever made and most Honda engines and which B series, C series, General Motors inline six. I mean, that's what he knows. He can tell you all about that stuff. Luckily, he's a mechanic and not an
Mhm.
opera singer, so
Yeah.
he can put it to good use.
Hey Dev, hey everyone. Yeah, I think I would think that in it itself that it's not useless information. It's just information only useful for a certain point in time. Like,
Sure.
yeah, it's almost like knowing that Paul McCartney's mom was a midwife, or certain factoids of that remark.
Well,
But yeah, well, yeah, it's just one of those things where I don't know. Calling it useless information is only because it's not useful to the person at that point in time, and yeah, I don't know. It just gets in that weird point of it. But like having that knowledge is sort of, I don't know. To some, makes you look like a super genius. To others, makes you look like a who is this guy again?
it's really great when you're trying to date a woman because they love that stuff. They, you know, all that Can I show you a magic trick? It's up there. Let me make this napkin disappear. Honey, where you going? You coming back from the washer?
It's like, oh, look at that! Oh, your necklace, it just disappeared. Oh,
That's
look at
right.
that.
I did write for a pickpocket,
Oh, really?
Bob. I don't remember his last name. He was a Las Vegas pickpocket,
Really?
possibly one of the greatest in the world. He
Mm-hmm.
learned how to pickpocket on the streets of Calcutta,
Mm-hmm.
and he couldn't. He was an insult pickpocketer, but he couldn't write his own insult. So we ran into each other, and he said, "Well, you can write comedy." I went, "Yeah, sure. Can you write me a whole bunch of gags?" But
Mm-hmm.
he was just unbelievable. The first thing he would do is, as people were lined up, and this is a Las Vegas show, so you've got like 1,000 people in the audience,
Oh yeah.
and tall guy, like
Mm-hmm.
6'4", 6'5", and he would first of all go out in disguise in the lineup, and then
Mm.
pickpocket people, and then the lineup to his show,
Right.
not the lineup to someone else's like Steely Dan or Fleetwood Mac,
Right.
that because that would be really good.
Yeah.
And then so you line up a whole bunch of people on stage, and then he would be
Yeah.
shaking hands and putting people, touching them along the way. And as he went along, he would be taking belts off of guys' pants, and he'd have wallets and watches and everything else. And if a woman had a strapless bra, it was gone. He could, you know,
Jeez.
and it's all misdirection. You touch somewhere, and then he's like yanking it up, and the girl is. I mean, if she's got a strapless, she's not overly in doubt, but
Yeah.
and he's got it hanging it over her head and things like that, and then he would distribute back everybody's stuff, and then to the
Mm-hmm.
very end, but he's insulting them as he's going along, uh, and then he would like pull out a wallet and go, "Is there
Mm-hmm.
a Mac Edwards in the audience?" And someone would go, "Holy shit!" And then he would come on stage, and Bob would like pickpocket him to death before he knew it. Like he would take the belt, then give it back
Mm,
to him, and as he was putting the belt on, he'd take the guy's watch, and then he'd give the
yeah.
watch to him, and he'd put the watch back on, and then take the belt again, and then remove the watch, and the guy would like it just, and the audience would be howling with that. So
Jeez.
he was spectacular. What a what an amazing act that was. So that was fun to write for.
Yeah.
That was
Because it's hey, thank you, STX, for the raid. Much appreciated.
Yeah, say
But
hi to
that's
Mr. and Mrs. Reaper. Thank you very much for coming, STX.
but no, that's kind of interesting though, because I mean, that's almost, I guess you could say that's its own form of magic, but it's
Oh,
more like,
that's magic.
yeah, it's like like you said, misdirection, where you're like pointing over, like all magic is misdirection,
Yeah,
basically. That's your point.
that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, you
yeah,
got Penn and Teller.
yeah. They are fantastic. Love
Yeah.
them.
Didn't they? I think they were doing a show where they were trying to like get talent or something like that, or see like the most amazing people who could do tricks against them or something. Like I can't remember what it was
Well, they
called,
had
but
a
they
TV
had
show,
their own show with that.
Fool,
Yeah.
Fool Us.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It
that's
was
what I
great.
was thinking of. Yeah.
It's a great, great show.
Yeah, and it's funny thing too is that I think after a certain point, because I mean, Penn and Teller have been out there for ages at this point, and because I remember, what was it? I remember they were in a scene or in a part of the Fantasia 2000 movie a long, long while ago. They had done a small part. I think it was for the Mickey Mouse and the Wizard hat. I can't remember
Okay.
exactly what it was called,
I don't
but
think
they
I
were in that part,
saw the update. I saw the original,
right?
but
But, but yeah, they were in that for a bit, talking about how magic and misdirection, all that, and it was funny enough that I think it was a while, a while that they had been out, that Teller had, been speaking, right? Because he was usually the silent
right.
protagonist, right? And but yeah, it's just a fascination of how long they've been out there, and they're still doing their stuff. Like I
Oh,
don't know how many years.
they're fantastic. The Frantics did a bit which was really well received. It was Magic Mime.
Mm,
Magic, yeah. So I did the whole magic, but mimed it,
mm.
and would pull things out and demand applause from the audience for doing this thing, and they'd be applauding, and it was just so much fun. It was great. A lot of fun doing that. That was a big hit of ours, Magic Mime.
That's pretty funny. Wait, may I ask what was the Frantics?
The
Because it
Frantics
says in your
was a
bio.
four-person comedy group
Hmm.
that existed from 1979 to 1989. We split for a bit and then came back for another 5 years around 1993 or 94.
Hmm.
And we did things on and off between then. So that was we had a CBC radio show up here in Canada
Hmm.
that lasted 4 years. We did 120 half-hour episodes, and we had about 500,000 people listening to us every single week, and that meant that we could travel anywhere in this country. And
Nice.
why is that like? Oh, there's a memory stick in here, a memory thing. Okay. There's um, the we could then play soft seaters. You know what a soft seater is? It's a
Uh
term for theater. So rather than
oh,
playing
okay.
horrible stand-up clubs where
Mm,
people are throwing beer at you and not listening to you and heckling you,
yeah.
we instead purposely tactically moved to soft seaters. So
Mm,
I mean, there was people sat there, paid their money, and we performed, and it was great. Just had a fantastic run. So that was
that's
fun to do.
that's pretty awesome. I um I would be on the tail end of that. I wasn't born until the tail end of that. But
Well, you might have
that's
known us from Boot to the Head, from if you had all listened to Dr. Demento, but you still might be too young for that. But a lot of Americans, you're American, right?
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna go that. I'm in America. Yes, I'm an American, but I'm not gonna go like American. Not like that.
Merca, Merca, Merca.
Look at my truck. Ugh!
Ugh.
Oh
Um,
goodness,
yes, yeah. So yeah, a lot of we have a lot of fans in the United States because of Dr. Demento. Bless his heart.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, did you guys travel to the U.S. too while you were in
A
Frantics,
little
or?
bit, a little bit. When we had a Showtime show for
Mm,
one season, then they didn't want to pick up the bill for season two, which was devastating. That was a drag when we lost the TV show.
mm.
But you can see that online if you do a search for four on the floor with the number four on the floor.
Okay.
Uh, and you'll see, and if you go to the Frantics or you go to YouTube and search for the Frantics, but and look for the official Frantics YouTube site, we're all over the place where everyone has ripped off our stuff. So,
Jeez.
so if you, yeah, if you go to the Frantics YouTube channel, then you'll see our 13 episodes of Four on the Floor, which are pretty funny.
That's pretty awesome. But yeah, that's kind of a thing though with something like YouTube. Like things can just be. One great example is like Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Sure,
Um,
love it show.
they're
What funny show.
yeah, and Colin Mockery, another Canadian,
Yep.
in that regard. But
I know his
you
wife.
don't. Oh really?
I don't know him, but I know his wife.
Oh, well, that's something at least. That's like what is it, like the 2 degrees from Kevin Bacon or
Yeah,
something like that.
that's correct.
So, but yeah, it's sort of like that where you have the official channels like posting the videos, and most of these videos are from like when ABC Family was airing them, or WB. I'm thinking more ABC Family though, because I can't remember when WB switched over. Or no, it was ABC to WB. It's been a long time.
Sure, it's okay. You don't need to remember that. Speaking of minutiae,
Yeah, I'm old, but not that old. But I mean, it's just
Merca.
one of those. Yeah, there you go. But it's just one of those things where it gets sort of re-uploaded over and over again
Sure,
because it just seems to be like easy views, especially if it's a good show like Whose Line Is It Anyway, or if it's really
sure,
funny like your guys'
and
show.
and it can be broken down into clips.
Shorts. Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
so that makes a big difference. We have there's this someone took a anime with
Mm,
a courtroom scene and applied it to. We have two sketches called that are known as Boot to the Head. One is Last Will and Temperament, which is a lawyer is distributing the uh, the will
mm,
to to a bunch of the people, the family members, and that was I can't remember the name of the anime, but it's got to have like 13 million views. Where they just took the voiceover of our radio show and then
mm,
and then cut the anime together to make it work with it. And then Boot to
yeah.
the Head, Taekwon Leap, which is the one that takes place in a dojo. So
Mm,
that's also popular. We've got, dojos and animations everywhere doing that, which is really fun. I don't
yeah.
care. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I think it would be if you're talking about if I think what you're talking about. I think it's Ace Attorney. Is that the
Yes.
core? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
core like
yeah.
a 3D. I think it's a 3DS game or something to that effect. It's been a while,
It's a
but I've
game, and
never.
yeah, it's a game that they use that to.
Mm,
So it's funny. It's great. I was very excited to see it. I wish we had a piece of the millions of views, but
yeah.
it's okay. I'm doing fine.
Hey, say hey, Emily, how are you? Yeah, it's just one of those, well, and it's a good and bad situation, I think, because you have this thing that's sort of yours and the crew you had, and years and years ago, and then as YouTube or whatever, people are making shorts or whatnot, people just take that, and sometimes they don't give credit too, although
True.
yeah, although people if they get curious enough, they can dig deeper and they'll find that it's you guys. So there is that good side to it, but it's very, I don't know, it almost feels heavy handed. Like if you're not given some form of credit, it really just is like, well, it's just take it.
Yeah, but you know what? Our legacy is pretty thin in the United States, so it didn't bother me at all. We have sold a crap ton of DVD and CDs over the years, maybe partly because of acknowledging that. I think
Mhm,
you can see the difference on YouTube between the bands that
mhm,
allow other people to comment on their work, or like
mhm,
in the case of Rick Beato, who's famous now, dive
mhm,
really deeply into the bands. I mean, it's so funny watching people like Rick Beato and others who are doing real commentary, not just listening to the album and then making stupid faces. You know,
yeah.
I hate the repurposers out there.
Mhm,
But people who are adding extra value, and then the bands or the labels going out of their way to saying, "Hey, don't you resurrect our 1987 band and give them, you know, some profile that maybe people will want to buy the shit again? Don't do
yeah.
that." Because
Mhm,
they might make money if they get popular again. Stop it. I mean,
yeah.
lawyers want to stop everything. But Rush, for instance, I don't think has ever stopped anybody from commenting on any of their albums or live performances,
Mhm,
and they've just become YouTube darlings from it. I think they've sold just a ton of CDs or downloads. Let's you kids, you know, the live streams. You know, that's what they call it now, live streaming. I remember the day when we had discs. You could
yeah.
actually put into a machine. It was really good, and you owned everything. And
Yeah.
if suddenly someone said, "Nope, you're losing your rights to your online stream," you didn't lose your music. Those were the good old days. Anyway,
Yeah.
but now Rush is on tour, and you know the popularity of the band is insane. So, and I think that comes from them going, "Hey, do what you want."
Yeah. Uh, I I think the only song I know of Rush is Tom Sawyer. That's the only
Sure,
song I know of there.
that's a
Because it was,
great song.
yeah, and of course it's been used in the movie and all stuff. But I do remember that when South Park had their concert at
Yeah,
Red Rock, they actually went out there to sort of like a I don't know, it was like a gift to it was a
Rush.
Matt,
Yeah,
I think it was. Yeah, and because that's his favorite band, and so when he got to play with him, I did think they did a few songs. What was it? "Straight to the Heart," I think was one of the songs they played.
closer to the heart.
Close. That's right. "Close to the Heart." Apologies. Yeah, that was the one they
It's
played. It was a
okay.
really good song. Yeah.
Oh, they're a great threesome. They played at my high school.
Really?
Yeah, I saw them live.
Oh wow. So was it like their early years, or was
Or
it just
early, yes, with their first drummer. So they were just doing rock and roll and covers.
wow? And they're Canadian too, I believe, right?
Oh yeah, Rush are ultra Canadian.
What's the
Not like that Jim Carrey bastard who rescinded his Canadian citizenship to become American. Although I love him. I knew him for many years. So Jim is a
really?
sweet guy.
Well, and that's a funny thing too, right? If you think about, there are a lot of actors and musicians who are from Canada.
Sure.
Ryan Reynolds is one.
Yep.
Um,
Ryan
Jim,
Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. Well, I didn't know Ryan Gosling was, but Jim Carrey, of course. Justin Bieber.
Yep.
Uh,
We apologize. We apologize for that.
you guys get to claim the Biebs, I guess.
Yeah, there's Paul Anka.
Paul
Uh,
Anka, yeah.
Having my baby, what a wonderful thing that is. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, Rich Little. Oh, I mean, there's well, most of your movie industry was started
Mm,
by Canadians or Europeans by way through. So,
mm.
Mayor, so
Metro Mayor, okay.
Metro Mayor, that was a Canadian.
Mm,
Warner Brothers, Canadian.
mm,
Uh, the Max Sennett, who created the Keystone Cops and Laurel
mm.
and Hardy, Canadian.
Wow.
a crap ton of people. One of the women the woman who helped start UA, United Artists, with Charlie
Mm.
Chaplin. Can't remember her name. Canadian. I mean, your movie industry was literally created by a whole bunch of Canadian Jews.
That's crazy. Well, and the
It
funny
is.
thing too is, one of the things too is that I think for many TV shows or movies, they're also filmed in Canada as well to some degree. Cause what was it? I remember. I think it was the show Supernatural. It was a long while ago. They were filming in Vancouver, I believe
Yeah,
it was.
lots is done in X-Files was done in Vancouver. Stargate was all done in Vancouver. I mean, a lot of the
Really?
Bad Boys is all shot in Toronto.
That's crazy. I think I once heard that it was about their tax stuff or their health stuff. I can't remember what it is, why majority of American movies shoot there. But it kind of goes to show that on the landscape too, the landscape is beautiful, and that's why they.
Sure,
Uh,
yeah, and you want to have a city that you can double for. They like Toronto because it can double for New York, Chicago,
mm,
LA. I mean, it can double. If you shoot properly in any of those locations. It's got a fantastic crew that came up through the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation.
mm,
But you've got tax breaks,
mm.
ease of getting permits to shoot anywhere in the city, where in LA it's
Interesting.
practically impossible to shoot anywhere.
Why?
We deal with that super fast and super easily. Plus, we have a studio that's bigger than any one studio in LA.
Mm,
LA has got more total square footage, but if they
right.
need 100,000 square foot studio to put every
Mm,
single set from a gigantic $200 million blockbuster, Toronto
mm.
has that. LA does not. So, and
Jeez.
Vancouver does it too. So people have been very entrepreneurial. The other thing too is, and this is going to come as a shock to you, but I think our dollar is 65 cents on the dollar. So they come here and they save
Hmm.
apart from independent of the tax breaks. Our
Yeah.
dollar is like super, super cheap up here.
Yeah, I've once bought something or traded money or something, and it is you can do a lot with little through the U.S. part to Canada.
Yep.
You can make, I think it's like you can make $30 seem like $40. I think that was the regard.
Well,
Um,
even more like I just got a check from one of my clients for $300 and it ended up as $400 Canadian.
wow, that's
Wow.
crazy.
I
Yeah.
need more American customers. So you kids out there on Rumble, anyone who's out there looking, get me more work.
Well, am I allowed to ask what it is you do?
Yeah, I have a website development company called Your Web Department, and so I've been doing that I've been doing websites since 1998. But
Hmm.
it was a digital company at the very beginning called the Digital Soup Company,
Oh, okay.
and started in 1991.
Hmm.
Then we did a video game in 1993 that sold hundreds of thousands of copies, but our publisher didn't pay us.
Ah.
So you see, if I did get that money, then I wouldn't have to be on shitty shows like yours. I would just be in my trailer.
I'll make sure that the assistant director gets with you shortly.
No, no, I like to tell people that it would have been great to be a video game or Hollywood star because then I could be the asshole I always aspired to becoming. But unfortunately, I can't afford it. Like it's just,
Can just sit here and see an a-hole Canadian. That's sort
yeah,
of
yeah.
contradictive.
I completely missed out on that opportunity. I was robbed. I was robbed from, taking women up to my hotel room and masturbating in front of them. I mean, I missed that. I completely, you know,
When you know what buttons to push. Good lord. But no,
so
I
anyways, you got me. I-
Hey, I treat everyone the same, so don't worry.
It's okay.
Uh,
I appreciate that.
May I ask what the name of the game was?
It's called, I don't have a copy of it up here. It's called Jewels of the Oracle.
Jewels. I feel like I've heard that. Jewels of the Oracle.
No.
I feel like I've heard of that
So
one
it
before.
was built on Macromedia Director's Engine. So you can look it up, Jewels of the Oracle.
That's what I'm looking up right now. Jewels of the Oracle. Let's see. For those who don't know what it looks like,
Here
you
it
go.
comes. There we go.
Yep.
That's it.
Venture ELOI Productions and published by Discus Knowledge Research Inc.
Yeah, they went under.
Interesting. Wow. Goodness sake. But looks like it's well, by the look of it, looks like a matching game or something. But
It was a puzzle game.
sorry.
You had it was a story, a thin, very thin story, and you had to traverse your way around this mystic environment and listen to that guy with the triangular head give cryptic clues. And then it was a puzzle game. So you went
Wow.
into a different room, and each room had its own atmosphere, its own music, and
Mhm.
you just whatever,
Content. Yeah, the word is there.
contemplatively,
Yeah.
contemplatively, something. You solved these puzzles, and some puzzles were easy, and some puzzles were incredibly hard, and it was funny
Yeah.
getting fan mail from scientists. I remember distinctly this one fan mail we got. The missus and I we're nuclear physicists at the Livermore lab in California, and then we know
Mm.
you bastard, we were up all night solving these puzzles. We're not getting any sleep because of your game there. So
Uh,
that's pretty cool.
yeah, that's pretty awesome. And again, during this time, I mean, I know this is for Mac, but like during
No,
the
Mac and
night,
PC.
Mac and PC, okay.
Yep.
Well, it's like during this time period, during the 90s, like games were such for computer ones anyway, they were such an exorbitant. It felt like there was a lot of them, like a lot of computer games during the 90s and stuff.
Yeah, we had engines that we could, build them in, like Macromedia Director. There was no, it was maybe Doom. Doom was just coming around or something. Wolfenstein that had a
Mm,
live 3D engine, but the visuals were very pixelated. Myst
mm.
came out, and
Oh,
so
that's
our
what missed. Yeah.
inspiration for doing this game was Myst.
Mm,
So all we needed to do was render the stills. We didn't have to have people walking through a fully animated experience like Call of Duty or, all the
mm.
BS that's out there now. I remember having an argument with my son when he was really into that. And I'm saying, all the shooters are exactly the same. No, Battlefront is totally different from Call of Duty.
Yeah.
No. I'm sorry. It's like dudes with guns trying to kill each other.
Uh,
Sorry. And then eventually he did come around and, yeah, Dad, you were right. They're all the same.
then Dad's at the side. Yes, that's right. This time again. Ugh.
Yeah, Ellis loved Payday. All the cop killing. He really enjoyed that. He is looking forward to GTA 6, although he is worried.
Yeah.
I could never drive the car correct. I couldn't figure out how to drive the goddamn car in any of the GTAs. So I gave up. I hated it. But I was a Skyrim kind of
Okay.
player. I loved Skyrim, Crash Bandicoot,
Oh yeah.
Jet Force Gemini. Oh, and of course, Zelda. I mean, holy crap.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
played those to death.
Yeah, I think the first Zelda for me was Ocarina of
Yeah,
Time, which was
time. Yes.
yeah,
Yes. N64.
a GameCube for me because you got the
Oh.
it was the thing of what I can't remember how I got it, but it was sort of like the master collection of it, right? You get like yeah, and
Ocarina of Time was just absolutely brilliant.
yeah. Oh, and they're remaking it. It looks like with the trailer that came out too recently of them. It looks like they're updating the engine and stuff, which would be interesting to kind of see it in the more graphical format, where back then like it was limited by the technology
Sure.
of, right?
Well,
Um,
someone did use not Unity. What's the other one? Unreal Engine,
yeah.
and did a huge chunk of it in Unreal Engine.
Oh yeah.
Then someone else went in and I guess broke the code of it, and then reprogrammed and got rid of all the bugs, and
Wow.
got it to run even smaller, tighter, just in its existing form.
Uh
And apparently it's absolutely brilliant. But the people out there are insane, and
yeah.
it's really exciting to see.
Mm,
I'm pissed off when a manufacturer like Nintendo kind of
mm,
stops making or supporting a game, and then they come after everybody who's got an emulator. Like,
yeah.
go to hell.
Yeah.
Like you're not making it, or sell
Yeah.
us the ROMs, you stupid assholes. Like,
Yeah.
big deal. So we've got the emulator.
Hmm.
Let us play the game. I mean, you're not going to make any money on the emulator. You're not
Hmm.
selling any more consoles. Let us have fun with them. But no,
Yeah.
I hate Nintendo, but they make great stuff. And Shigeru Miyamoto is a bloody genius.
Yeah, well, when you consider Zelda and pretty much all the other ones, it's a crazy, insane thing. But yeah, it is one of those things with Nintendo where, of course, it is a Japanese company, so the rules are not the same as it were with America, where like fair use and all the other stuff. That's a very different concept for them, and that really is where you get like people who do the anime stuff or whatever, like they get hit with whatever the company is, because the fair use does not exist over there. And Nintendo is a behemoth,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Nintendo's a behemoth, and they can be that way because of the exclusivity that they give, right? Like PlayStation and Microsoft, they have forms of exclusivity, but my issue is like, okay, the when the Final Fantasy remake game came out, it was
Hmm.
exclusively, I believe, on the PlayStation. Not 5, it was the one before 5, but it was
4.
on the Play 4. So one number below. I was getting there. Just one step below that. I almost got it. But it was PlayStation 4, and it got locked in that for, I think, for a year. It got locked in that for a year, and they did the same thing with the next one, which was
Yeah, and then they released it for the PC.
yes, and then they released it for PC. And my thing is like, it's understandable why they do exclusivity, because the company
Sure.
Sony puts the money up front, right? Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
how
yeah,
they
yeah.
do it.
Yeah, I mean,
But my
it's fair.
yeah, but my issue is that also limits it on how much gets sold, because not everyone has a PlayStation 5, and those were getting like scalped to the moon.
Yeah, yeah, and we don't have the PlayStation 5. There's just not enough games on it to make it
Yeah.
worthwhile, really.
Yeah, it looks nice, but it's not worth the thousands, like close to
I
$1,000.
I have them all. I just don't feel like I need another one. And I don't play the games as much anymore. And my son is his video game now is fixing old cars, and that's a challenge.
Yeah.
And it's quite a bit more fun than a video game. Although
Hmm.
GTA 6,
Yeah.
where we suspect that it's 2 years behind, because I think the they understand that they needed to un-DEI it. I got a
Right.
feeling that we all got the feeling that there was going to be, you know,
Muckery.
muckery. Yes, virtue signaling muckery
Hmm.
in it, and I think they were lucky enough that they kind of caught wind of the fact that um, it's not going to sell.
Yeah.
They're going to get creamed if it's turned into trash.
Yeah. And the thing about it seems like, at least from our perspective, that gaming, at least on the like AAA or whatever you want to call it, is sort of a loss in itself. Like there's no reason for AAA companies to exist anymore. I mean, at this
No,
point, like you have AI coming out now that can be part of that
yeah,
solution.
Yeah, yeah. I
And
mean, Helldivers 2 is not a AAA game.
yeah, exactly.
Massive,
Yep.
massive success. And then the guys who left Call of Duty, who put together Arc Raider,
There you go.
I mean,
Yep.
that's not a AAA game, and it's better than anything any of the AAA people are doing because they'd have no passion. I mean, when I was doing games and I was heading that when I was at the San Jose
Mm,
Gamers Con, everyone had passion for the stuff that
yeah.
they were doing. And the limitations of the platform was one of the things that made gaming really, really amazing and fun.
Mm,
Now, yeah, I'm going to stick in a 5090 and 120 gig of RAM and blah, and I got a
yeah.
giant screens, and I don't think that's fun anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
I had a friend who wrote the ROM controllers for the Mattel Intellivision, and
Mm,
the cartridges for the Intellivision had only 2K of space.
mm,
So a good chunk of it had to be rewritten in machine language, and
yeah.
this guy could write machine language in his head. He didn't need a compiler, nothing. He just doop, 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 1110000112222111011011111. Sorry for me for throwing in the two. And he would so the basic controller was in machine language to make it as small as possible.
Yeah.
To me, even when you're writing comedy or writing a movie, when you're writing to budget or something,
Mm,
limitations actually make you more creative than having all the space in the world
yeah.
available to you and all the money. We'll see what Witcher 4 turns out. That sounds to me like it's going to be a nightmare.
Mm.
That's just depressing. But
It's the Witcher 4, at least from what I mean, I know they're using Unreal Engine for it, and the graphics look amazing. At least it's
yeah,
Unreal Engine 5. The graphics amazing, but for me, the story part. I mean, all the Witcher games, right, from 1 to 3, those are all they're based somewhat in the books, but they're not of the books because anything that happens after them being taken to the place where it smells like apples and all this stuff. There's nothing after that in the books. There's a prequel book, Season of Storms, and then I believe Sapkowski did another one. I can't remember what it's called, but it's just with Geralt. But like, there's a point to where the books stop and the games take over as a supposedness and just borrow bits and pieces from it. And so 4 just seems like unnecessary because first Ciri does not stay in the Witcher world. She actually goes into the world of Camelot and
yeah,
Galahad and all
yeah.
that.
She has the big fight and then
Yeah.
ends up disappearing into the ether. But she was
Mhm.
great in 3. I mean,
Yeah.
apart from being a hot looking woman.
Calm it down there, young man. Calm it
Yeah,
down there.
not that it's important to a 72-year-old guy. Actually, it might actually be more important to all you young kids out there.
I'm just waiting for you to put on a sunglass and say, it's good enough.
Yeah, that's right.
But it also comes to the point of like the third, because the third kind of changes up a bit where she does come back and they explain why she does come back to the Witcher world because of the Wild Hunt and all that stuff. So there
Sure.
is that point, but it's just it just feels like it's being done for because it's one of the most it's a nostalgia bait, basically. It's
Sure.
nostalgia bait.
And the studio wants to get the BlackRock money, which meant that having a female lead makes sense. But on the other hand, we don't mind playing women as long
mm,
as as long as it's there's plenty of Ciri lore and story, and we like the way she kicked ass in 3.
yeah.
More of that is absolutely wonderful. I don't care. Just don't
Yeah.
turn her into Super Witcher.
Yeah, because she's not. Because technically, in the book, she's not technically a Witcher because she
No,
didn't go through the trials.
no.
And that was because I didn't read the books. I more listened to the audiobooks because sometimes you don't have enough time. But even then, it was sort of like she's so powerful enough as she is. She's
Yeah, she
basically
is. Whoa, way. Yeah, and
yeah.
Yennefer is cool. I like. I like Yennefer in the third game. I mean, that's
Mm.
all. That game 3 is just one of the most well balanced games with fantastic stories.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. I don't see how they're going to top it.
In a sense, it was. It's. I mean, I know there was talk of them going back to like remake number one because it is kind of dated.
Oh, for
It,
sure.
yeah, it's got. And if they make it in the same regard to the engine they used for three, I mean, that would blow people away. But in the sense of what you're saying, you can't. You once three came, that was it. I mean, there was many different paths, right? Many different endings, but even then, it's just like they've done their thing. Like I think there was another part where they brought out Thronebreaker. Thronebreaker was a game of theirs that they had done, which was great. It was sort of during the story part of Maeve and them going down to the bridge and all stuff. Which it would be nice if they, maybe did some of those, but that's a different story for a different time. But I mean, that was okay for what it is. And Maeve was, I mean, think of it this way: Sapkowski has made a lot of. He has a lot of sources who are very strong-willed in the regard of the story of The Witcher, and it seems like only Geralt is the only one that sort of gets them all. I guess I'm not sure how to best to describe that. It's from the books. From the books. But yeah, it's just it feels like I don't know. It just feels like a grab for something that doesn't really need to exist. I'd say just focus on remaking the first one because if you can remake it, and I don't know, maybe
Or you just move on.
yeah,
3 is one of the most perfect games out there.
mhm,
Um, I know that. Uh, um, what's it with a bio? No, they're gone. Um,
mm.
oh god damn it! The um, Skyrim game.
The remake or
No, no,
they just
the
redid it.
studio.
Oh, is it Skyrim? I think it's Bethesda.
Bethesda. So
Yeah.
Bethesda is not remaking Skyrim, but they're like with all their other games from that region, they take a region and that becomes the game, right? That's how
Mm,
they've been doing the games.
mm,
And but that Skyrim is so insanely rich. I don't
mhm.
even know how they did it to begin with, because
Yeah.
every single world, every single creature, every single robot, everything is just so the depth and all the
Mhm,
books that you go through to read about them
mhm.
it's just insane. I mean, maybe it's taking them this long only because they're trying to write as much material as the original. But
Right.
again, I don't know how you're going to. Obsidian was easy to top. It was
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
Skyrim, I'm going. I don't. I still play it. Like
Yeah.
and it's what almost a 20-year-old game now.
Oh yeah.
It it's insanely old.
Yeah. It was WoW. Same with WoW. That's another one that's pretty old too.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, and I remember they did do the remake of Skyrim a while
that has
back.
been modded. They did a special anniversary
Yeah.
version, but it didn't remake it.
Oh, more updated. Yeah, I think it was just updating the
And I
graphics and
think
stuff.
they added their new engine that prevented the mods.
Ah, well, there you go. Jeez.
So,
But I think that's one of the things that extends games as well is
yeah,
when they can be modded.
yeah. I mean, it's the goodwill of the fans. You need to maintain that culture.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to do. I mean, Gamersgate was a complete kick in the head. But again, there's very few games that I find interesting. Plus, I don't have time anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just writing my stuff. I'm enjoying writing. I'm
Mm,
not. I'm not spend like. I mean, I used to play video games so late, even when
yeah.
I was running my companies, and you just drag yourself.
I have been there, and there are times where you regret that sort of thing.
Oh yeah,
Uh, but no, that's understandable. I mean, I think it's just a time factor of what becomes more important to you,
sure.
or what you rather
Like
be doing.
children. Ugh. Oh, I really have to spend time with children. Ugh. I'm in the middle of something, dear. No, I played video games with all my kids. They would sit on my lap, and Haley would
Oh,
play and Zelda 64.
uh,
And every time it went when there was a boss fight, she'd hand
uh.
over the controller to me. Hey, Dad, you handle the boss fight. So I would do the boss fight and then give her
Yeah.
the controllers, and she would do the
Aw,
rest of the game and do all the
aw.
puzzles and things like that. It was great. And I'm a huge fan of Banjo and Kazooie.
Ooh, yeah.
Huge.
And
Just that's something my daughter and I and my son, we all played
mm,
like a lot of that. That was genius.
yeah, it was fun. I mean, I never played it. I remember when it came out on like Xbox or whatever when it was first introduced, and I think I don't know if they put it on PC or I mean, it's
I
probably
don't think so. I
rare.
think it was always an N64 game. I,
Yeah,
I don't know if it ever migrated. You could look it up on the internet. I don't know if it migrated to anything else.
yeah. But I know there was a game that was sort of in the spirit of Banjo Kazooie, but I can't remember what it was called.
Oh,
It
I'm
was like
sure.
a chameleon and something else was the characters. But I
Ratchet and
remember
Clank?
No, it was more PC and stuff. It was
Oh, yeah, okay.
it was like an indie company had done
Yeah,
this.
sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, there was that movie too that kind of imitated it. It was the first thing I thought of was the alien guy who
Mm,
was on a planet that he had to survive all the dangerous creatures in it. What was the name of
mhm,
that movie? I never watched it. And then he had an android, a female android, strapped to his back that allowed him to solve puzzles. What on
mhm.
earth was that called? It was a Predator movie. It was one in
Was
the
it
Predator franchise.
that was the one with the it was with Dakota Fanning, I believe.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
she was the chopped in half android
Yeah. It's been a funny thing.
who was
Oh,
nagging him
that's
the entire way. That's what you need. I think I'll strap my wife to my back. Good job. Who came up with that idea?
This just in Canadian news: an elderly man straps his wife to his back and goes on adventure.
That's
Not
right.
turning out so good.
That's right. Did not turn out as anticipated.
Oh goodness, that's the right there's the it's a ukulele. There's the is the
Ah,
indie. Yeah, that's the
what a great
spirit
name.
of. Yeah, I think it's like a chameleon and something else, but that's the name of it. Where it's in the spirit of, and I think they had spoken of that. And Dubby says Banjo Kazooie is on Rare Replay, which is on Xbox One. Oh, okay,
Huh.
so it is on Xbox. Okay,
Well, that's
I
a
didn't.
long time later.
Yeah, a
and
long
and
time
and
later.
Banjo Tooie was just as good. I mean, when you talk about sequels,
Yeah.
it's sometimes sequels don't work quite as well, but Banjo Tooie was just fantastic.
Yeah, and Alaskaman Jeff says strapping an android to your back sounds like Chewie in the video.
Yeah, that happened in the movie, right?
Yeah, yeah, it
Yeah, and then
did.
he was carrying his other parts
Yeah,
along with, yeah.
man, he was in pieces, as the kids would say. Which you know
You know
what?
what? It would have been smart if Lucas had made a video game of that, where they just strapped C3PO onto the back of Chewie.
It'd be a short game. It'd work, right?
That would be a phenomenal game.
Hmm.
You're going the wrong way, you big furry lummox. It's over that way. My gosh. I wish you could turn me around and get me to look the proper way because this is insane.
Remember, look both ways before you cross the street, you
Sweet.
big oaf.
That's right. They're shooting at us. Don't you see it, you idiot?
That's too funny. Oh my goodness. But yeah, it would have made like even for sure like and that's the thing too, right, with the whole indie stuff. I mean, Steam is a big there are
Oh,
other places like Epic, but Steam has made the place for making games like extraordinarily incredible. Now it can have its issues, but Steam has been the place for where people who make an indie Iron Lung. Iron Lung
yep.
was an indie game, and of course we all know that got turned into a movie. Um, there's so much out there that it's insane. Now there are People just put games on there to make money on it, just like apps. But it's incredible what ingenuity there is out there to, and again, with the advent of AI coming out, people to some degree, I believe it was when Grok was coming out, people were using Grok to make a 3D game like Asteroids, or they made
Neat.
Asteroids and then went up to 3D. Yeah.
Well,
And,
I'm using G code to make a game.
mm,
I'm learning G code.
I don't know, I've heard that one.
It's an
I've
open
heard
source. It's an open source engine. I'm making a side
Mm.
scroller, a classic side scroller.
Oh, nice. I wait to see how well you put the you strap the person on the back there.
Shh. It's a completely original version of strapping someone on the back. It's not the same as strapping a bird on the back. I'm strapping a crocodile. It's entirely different. There's nothing similar at all. And I will sue you if you say I'm copying. No, it's okay.
Well, when you say bird, that can go both ways. You can say that for a woman too. So
That's true. That's right. I gotta like it bad. Well, that's what they did with Predator, right? They put a
yeah,
girly bot who was
Yeah.
telling him what to do the whole time.
Hey, there's a time and place for when a series, right, where you'd be like the horror one with like Jason or whatever. Like at a certain point, those things they just gotta end sometime.
I
Like,
guess. If they can make it cheaply enough and keep wringing dollars out of it, I don't care. All my stuff that I'm writing is original. So
Mhm.
haven't sold any of my
Yeah.
screenplays, but I got some funny ideas.
We call it's his first screenplay would be called The Funny Man.
Well, the premise of the first screenplay I wrote that I'm still shopping around. So the Frantics, we became quite well known in Canada, and we were approached by in the 80s, we were approached by two New York porn stars, Samantha Fox and Bobby Astor.
Right.
They were about in their 40s, and this was around when cable access, which you know nothing about, but it is a famous moment in TV access history where suddenly you had all these pseudo cable channels.
Yeah.
Hey, Alice, my son just arrived. So you had all these channels that RuPaul actually started. And there's
really?
but early when they were super young and they had like all these crazy ideas. And the one rule was you could be topless, but no porn.
Yeah.
So, so these two people who did full on porn, but they wanted their own cable access show. And Bobby Astor made a pitch to the Frantics to us. Okay. And so this is his pitch. Okay. So you four guys, and he's like 5'0", but shoulders like this. And he stuffed his pants quite mightily. And he said, okay, you guys write the sketch, perform the sketch. And the punchline is Samantha comes out at the very end, drops her top and shakes her titties. And I said, so does this happen for every sketch? Yeah, every sketch. You guys write whatever you want, but at the very end, don't you think that'd be kind of repetitive? No, it's going to be fantastic. So we said, we'll think about it.
Smart.
Now we turned him down, and he called me back and was really quite unhappy. He thought we were being prudes and didn't understand how much fun it was and going to be and what a big hit it was going to be. So that's the real life part. The script I wrote was this 4-person comedy group is approached by these two porn stars, but they say yes.
Oh.
And then because they have no money.
Right.
They weren't like well known like we were. It was easy for us to say no because we were doing really well.
Right.
So this group is at the very end of their financial tether. They say yes. They go to New York. It starts off like a disaster. They get caught up in the drug business, prostitution, the worst thing that could happen in New York. But then something happens and their shitty little show actually kicks into gear because they got rid of Bobby Astor. And Samantha Fox, the character Samantha in there, actually turns out to be a very funny actress in a Lucille
Wow.
Ball kind of way. So they don't abuse her. She's actually really funny in these sketches. And it becomes one of the most popular cable access shows in New York, and they're making money, and then the mafia want a piece of it, and people's lives are threatened. It becomes incredibly dangerous. So that's sort of so it's the first part is kind of sort of true, and the second part is a complete fabrication. But what if we said yes? There's the premise.
Actually, that sounds like a good title. What if we said yes?
Yeah.
There you go. What if we said yes?
You're not getting a piece of this.
That's what she said.
What if
We said yes.
Yeah, I like it.
Hey, I make up stuff all day long. So, but it's sometimes the funniest thing though is that sometimes it's just a simple thing that you're like, oh, what's a good title? What's a good title? Well, the point of the matter is it shouldn't be a what's a good title. It's like what just clicks, right?
Sure. Oh yeah,
just
I mean,
clicks.
and the thing is, I mean, if we do sell this, the studio will come up with 1 million of their own titles, and
Sad as it is, because I mean,
I
it's a
wanted,
pretty good title.
because the comedy group that I had constructed for this was going to be 3 guys and a woman. It was going to be 3 twits and a twat. Was what I wanted to call it.
So basically, you're saying you're just changing a vowel from okay. I see.
There you go. We just
I learned English. I know how to. I know how to speak
everybody.
it.
We make this show in Russia.
There
That's
you
what
go.
we do. We make this so we can get away with it. That's going to be a very good kind of show.
What gets us vodka is good for sure.
It's good. As long as I can get one of those fake Adidas jumpsuits, tracksuits with the 2 stripes,
Yeah,
that's what I want,
yeah. I heard that is good for winter. You know, if you
Oh.
want to stay warm.
And for babes, I travel in my Lada, my 500cc Lada, and I pick up women in my fake Adidas tracksuit.
Oh, so that was you. I was trying to figure that out who that was.
Hey, I'm a cheek magnet.
I feel the senses are tingling. I got something. No.
So do you take questions on your this little thing? Are people going to ask some questions, or you don't care? I mean, they're just participating.
I mean,
And,
if people
and I
want
don't know
to-
how long you want to go for.
Well, I mean, if you need to leave at any time, you let me know. Usually, I go about 2 hours, but if someone has to go at a certain point in time, I try to respect that time and get on the way.
Well,
So-
my bedtime's in 20 minutes, so.
Okay. Well, we'll just do our. Well, first off, do you want me to say you'll read your bedtime story before we?
You can read my bedtime story.
It is called "Man Went to Bear, Bear Came to Man." Party time.
There you go. As long as the bear is not wearing a Adidas tracksuit with 2 stripes, I'm okay.
What world that would be? You know what I'm saying?
It
Oh,
remember
boy.
when I told you earlier that I had pulled out this memory card?
Yeah.
You don't know what this is from, obviously. My Subaru burst into flame. Our 1910 Subaru gas line leaked and then exploded into flame. And this is from the cam, the dash cam, and tried to get it out of the the melted, burned dash cam, but this is not working. I thought, okay, I wonder if it actually caught what was going on. So unfortunately, so that's what this is about. It's got a story, and I
There you go.
can't access it. Overheated, I guess.
Yeah, and Alaska Jeff says, no, not the Subaru.
Oh, I know. And it was just working beautifully. It was just
Mm.
great car.
So I hate it when a good car, you want it to last forever, but then
Yeah,
suddenly life just goes right out the window.
it's a drag.
Um, yeah, well, it's more like a burn, but tomato, tomato. But anyway, so it is the top of the hour, and Paul, what I do is I set aside some time for me and my guests to promote their stuff, whether they're a creator or not. Because I've had people on who aren't content creators, because I talk to all sorts of people, a variety, and I did get your links I could find. So if you want to promote the show your way, however you want to do it, the floor is yours.
Well, yeah, call me Chato. That's my sort of entertainment channel where I also do sketches and do whatever I want. I don't care about
Mm,
the YouTube algorithm.
mm,
And then my other channel, which is I make fun of news, is
mm,
called Appalling News. Yeah, Appalling, Apauling,
mm.
Appalling, so named after me.
Right,
Appalling News. So that's available, and that is, your most trusted source for fake real news.
right.
That's what I That's the tagline. And I just take the absolute craziest real stuff and I
Mhm,
riff on it, and in a Walter Cronkite kind of way.
mhm.
Just the dumbest things. Like right now, the New York Times posted a whole article on the benefits of being a trans father. And okay, that kind of doesn't make any sense. So
Wow.
having fun with that.
Jeez.
Oh, I know. It's
I-
stupid. Oh, the stuff out there, especially in Canada, is
mhm,
is insane.
mhm,
So I just talk about it, make fun of it,
mhm.
whatever dumb thing someone else posts. And also, people are posting rants in their cars,
Yeah,
and
it's true.
that's a source of like just complete idiocy. I will
Mhm.
never date a Republican.
Okay.
Like why? Like who cares? Like good. I mean, I imagine there's Democratic women, Republican women who will never date a Democrat, but they don't seem to make videos. The
Yeah.
need to make videos. So I love the ones where a woman, it's often quite attractive woman, has got tattoos like right up her neck
Mhm,
into her face with tattoos across her forehead, and she does a video about never getting any work.
mhm,
And of course, what does she slide back to?
mhm.
You want to take a guess?
Men?
OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I see what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I tried to get a job at Costco, but I went for the interview and they said no, and I bet you it's because of the tattoo. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
probably,
Yeah.
probably. The portrait of Hitler on your chest, probably. Did not endear you to so I don't understand these crazy people. I just don't
Yeah.
understand where common sense has disappeared to. Like obviously, okay, be a racist. I don't care, but
Yeah.
like, why would you cut down your opportunity for work by doing
Mhm,
something so insanely obvious? I mean, also, back when I was hiring people, if I saw
mhm.
pronouns in their bio,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's not happening. I
You
don't
know,
need grief
yeah. Or drama in that regard.
or drama
Uh,
or anything like that. So I don't understand. So people have gotten stupid. Like
mhm.
so back in my day, like
Right.
you'd have an office where you would distinctly have a
Mhm,
racist,
mhm.
a homophobe, a
Right.
someone who doesn't like Jews. I mean, but everyone kind of kept it to themselves. And as long as you were working with people who could get the job done, they
Mhm,
kind of like had pleasant chat. Like, what are you doing? How about those
mhm.
Leafs or whatever
Yeah.
baseball team? And everyone kind of got along. It's somehow this effort to make people good forced everyone, social engineering people to understand gayness and I mean, I fought for gay rights in the 70s, had
Right.
ink and raw eggs thrown at me for my efforts. Um, that it's the nanny state, people wanting to train people to be good. I don't think people have to be good. I think they just have to behave good. I don't need to be friends with anybody. I talk with Gen Zs, and I told them that I was not a friend of pretty much anyone in my office when I had employees, lots of employees. What do you mean I'm not their friend? Because I could be firing them tomorrow.
It's true.
That's what and they couldn't get it. They don't get it. Oh no, work should be like my university. It should be the same kind of atmosphere. No, no, I got to run a business. I got stuff to
Yep.
do.
Yeah.
I got to make enough money to actually pay you assholes. So so I have a job to do, and you've got your job, and I don't need to be your friend.
Yeah.
But that's a shock to an
Yeah.
awful lot of young people today.
I think it's it's sort of the thing of where parents become their kids' friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Guess
and
what I
that's
told both my kids when they were young?
what?
I'm not your friend.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah, I'm not your friend. Now that they're both older, and my son has just got out of jail, that no,
Okay.
that I'm friends. Like we're great friends, but like super friends. Like one of my biggest joys is being with both my kids. But we share things as adults. But while
Yeah.
they were kids, two rules: I'm not your friend, and no one gets a second chance. Oh, three rules, and no. What's it called? When you're at the checkout of a store and there's stuff right there. What's that called? Purchases.
Like the candy and stuff, or
Yeah, like what's it called? Impulse purchases.
Okay.
No impulse purchases. I'm not your friend, and whatever that other thing was. So
No second chances.
no second chances, which was fine with my daughter. My son hated it. He's probably listening to me now. But I remember, Dad, I hate you. Can't you just give me a second chance? Nope. So luckily, I had a wife who didn't fight me for that, right?
Right.
That's the worst thing when you have a couple fighting, in front of the kids. No, you can let the kid have that Luger. No, I don't think he should. No, he could have that. He's 8. He can have that Luger. Anyway, so yeah, that's yeah, and try not to fight with. Do you have kids?
No, I do not. No, I do not. I have nieces and nephew, but I do not have kids
That's
of my
easy.
own.
You just leave them. Leave them with the parent. You're terrible. Whatever parents they have.
Well, that and grandparents too will do the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you get to stay for a day and then you get to go back.
That's it.
There you go. And
That's
sugar it up.
Sugar them up. Send them back home. That's your job.
And what's that? What's a bottle? What do you call that kind of child? Bottle rocket? Oh, goodness.
I really enjoyed the entire life cycle of being with my kids. They're both very different, and I'm both very proud of them and what they've managed to accomplish and stuff like that.
That's pretty good. That's I think that's the highest you can get as a parent.
Yeah.
To at least do well enough that they can survive, because some don't.
No, it's true. Yeah. And yeah. Yeah, and I moved my office. I ditched my office just so I could be at home, that for the kids, in case they wanted to pester me.
Dad, I have an idea. Not now. I'm busy.
Well, I did have this rule that they could interrupt me anytime, as
Mhm.
long as I wasn't on the phone with someone.
Right. Yep. That makes sense. Yep.
And we would just like sit down, because one of the things you find with kids is that there was this theory of quality time. Okay,
Mhm.
I got 15 minutes. Let's have a lot of fun. And I realized, no, it's really quantity time, and
Mhm.
your kid has to decide when they want that time, not you.
Yeah. Yeah. I can
So,
see that
because
too.
if the kids are like motoring along, doing their own shit, and they're happy, just, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
And we did not let them have any pads or phones until they were in grade 7.
Okay. I don't know what that means for, like, is it like
No
seventh grade or?
electronic devices.
Oh no, I meant grade 7. I don't know if that was like seventh
Oh,
grade or.
yeah, 7th grade. Yeah, so that would
Okay.
be 13 years.
Okay. Oh, Canada, USA. There's differences there, so that's why I
Yeah.
had to.
No, it's about the same. I mean, grade 1, you're about 6, right?
Mm, I think so.
Kindergarten,
Yeah.
you're 5 years old when you finish kindergarten.
Yeah.
So we're the same that way. And yeah, they had a computer that they had an iMac that they had to share between each other, and book the timeout with each other,
Mm-hmm.
negotiate who was
Mm-hmm.
going to use it when. That was a source of fighting.
Now we're gonna learn about negotiation, children.
Yeah,
Can you spell negotiation?
that's right.
This is a hostile situation, kids. Figure it out. Oh, Daddy likes to watch. But anyway,
Well,
let
yeah,
me.
there's nothing I can't stand than being in a restaurant and seeing some 2-year-old and the parent has given them their phone to just shut them up.
Yeah,
I can't, I cannot
yeah,
stand that.
yeah. That's the uh, basically giving up
Yeah.
parenting. So, and I'm not a
And then,
parent, so.
yeah, there's a million things you could do. We had a game we would play at the restaurant where we'd take a salt shaker and
Mm,
try to come up with as many different things that it was. So we would pass it
mm,
around, and
mm,
oh, it's a rocket ship, right?
mm.
Oh, it's a vomiting snake. Okay,
Yeah.
what this is? Okay, yes, it's yeah, whatever it happens to be, and we would just play these games, that
Mm.
imagination games.
Imagination. Yep, I remember that. I think Disney had that ride. But to
Overrated.
continue, yeah, phones in the hands of kids might well be a cigarette. Well, I mean, technically, kids back in the day did smoke, so
Yeah,
yeah,
that's right.
yep. It was a thing. You
Yeah.
can look it up. But anyway, again, of course, Mr. Paul's stuff is right there. It'll be on both the Rumble side and YouTube side. I
Yeah,
do
I can
post
see.
it
Yeah,
live.
YouTube people. Listen,
Yeah.
I hope this has been enjoyable and useful. Not useful, and vaguely entertaining.
Hey, I just enjoy getting the opportunity to chat with you. That's the most important
No
part.
problem. So you've had a few guests on. Where do I stand in terms of entertainment value between all the guests you've had so far?
You are a delight in your own right. I will say that.
Okay.
Hey! Come on! Come on! This is a children's show, and I'm just joking. But
I
anyway,
know you're on Rumble. I can do anything I want here.
well, I'm on both YouTube and Rumble, but
Yeah, I know.
I just don't care. I'm not on that level like everyone else who considers themselves higher. So
Well,
it is what it
one
is.
day
I'm
you
here
will.
just to do the thing. Thank you, sir. But to continue on the promotional stuff, and thank you for that, Mr. Paul. Is for my stuff, whether you're on the Rumble side, YouTube side, or any of the places that I stream to, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment or follow, anything that helps with the engagement factor is much appreciated. Because I know people are so used to the whole YouTube mantra, right? Like share, like, and subscribe. That's usually the thing pretty much everyone says. But I'm sort of like, it's engagement. So anything that helps with the engagement is much appreciated. And of course, there's my sort of link thing right there. It's sort of like Linktree, but Streamers is anyone can use it for free if you have multiple links, and I have many. many links, but it's a helpful thing to kind of keep that from being like a laundry list in your description box, because some content creators like to have a laundry list in their description box. But all my stuff is there: Rumble, YouTube, everything. Where to find me at? I'm on X as well. So if you want to know where else I'm at, you can go there too. But there are a few things I do promote, and I use them in different ways, because I know, and I don't. I don't promote them to get something out of it per se. I promote it because they're things that I support in different ways, and I give my reason for it. So first off, of course, is a Proton Drive. For those who don't know what Proton is a privacy-oriented company based in Switzerland. Their thing is privacy is a human right, basically, and Proton Drive is one of their many facets of what they do. So, if people know what Google Drive is, it's basically in the same category, but your stuff is your stuff. They can't see it. Whereas Google more than likely can see your stuff, and they use it to train their AI, basically. But every file is encrypted. I do know that if you do the paid version of it, they give you 10 free gigs every year as long as you're signed up for it, because I've been signed up for it on the Proton Unlimited side, and they've given me 10 free gigs every year I've been on the paid version of. So they do that, but that's only for the paid version. Free version, I believe it's like 5 gigs, but I mean, free is free. And if you don't want your stuff being seen by the company or used for AI, I would give it a look. Make a free account. I don't care. I just care about putting this tool in your hands. That it's about privacy and keeping your stuff safe, because we're in the digital age where pretty much everything's almost online now, and people can buy that info. So there's that. But again, links right there. You can go look that up.
You can trust everyone.
That is the biggest lie I have ever heard in my lifetime. You're not supposed to have a laundry list in your description about my shirts get. hey, calm it down. All right, calm it down. If I get Proton, can I also get 10 free gigs anywhere? It's every year. Oh, I see what you're saying. Look, I just look through it. Seriously.
Read the instructions.
Yes, the manual is inside when you look. But the last thing I promote,
RTFM, as I used to say.
RTFM. Read the manual. The last thing I promote before we get back to it is, of course, Biltong USA. If people don't know, Biltong is it's I actually had the owner on. His name is Anton, and he's actually from South Africa. And Biltong is a South African snack that's a air dried cured meat. Basically, it's basically that. And
it's made from white people.
Well, that's more like on the cannibal side, but that's not this. But they use American beef. I do know that they actually get their bison, because they do bison as well. They actually
Nice.
get their bison from Canada.
Yeah.
So there's that. They just can't sell it to Canada because of the tariff
Interesting.
stuff. Yeah, it's the whole tariff stuff. That's why.
I saw a whole crap ton of bison in northern Alberta. Went to a ranch, and they had 3 different kinds of bison. It was really quite amazing. Went to head crushed in buffalo jump in Alberta.
Wow.
Head smashed in buffalo jump. You know how it got that name? Sorry to interrupt your spiel.
No, you're fine. How'd you get it?
So back before the indigenous on the plains had rifles, bows and arrows didn't quite cut the mustard when it came to these like enormous animals. I mean, they're the size of the original ones were the size of a bus.
Jeez.
What they would do is there was a location in Alberta where they would scare a whole bunch of them that would then fall off the edge of the cliff, roll down to the bottom, where the women were at the bottom, and they would just slice them up, and every family basically had to get one to survive the winter. And you were not looked upon with much favor if you weren't able to at least snag one bison.
Yeah, that's crazy. Different time.
Well, that was the only way they could kill them, right? I mean, they couldn't just like jump on them and wrestle them.
That's the American way right there.
Yeah. Oh, you have to see them. They're monstrous.
Oh yeah, I've seen. I know there are farms here that do bison here as well, but they're mostly like for restaurants and stuff. But yeah,
Sure.
they are yeah, and especially in Yellowstone, right? Yellowstone has some
I
as
think
well.
our bison came from Yellowstone because we killed them all up here. We but the community is huge. The people who are trying to resurrect these spectacular animals
Mm.
are everywhere, and they communicate with each other, and it's pretty nifty. Go
It is
bison.
beautiful. Go.
Anyway, please continue. You're talking about Bill Long, who I just said a horrible thing about.
No, you're fine. Biltong. But
Biltong.
Biltong. Yeah, it's a South African snack, and funny enough, gentlemen from South Africa, I've actually talked to a few people from South Africa. One's actually living in Vietnam though, but he's still from South Africa. So, but anyway, it's a family business in Sunset, Texas. So if you're near that area in Texas, you can go to their store and they sell all the same stuff on their online store inside there as well. But it's just a family-owned business and it's American made. And to be honest, a few years ago, people were pretty much demanding for more American-made businesses, and well, there's one right there. So if you want to go, check the link out. They have a whole sort of stuff. They actually have some stuff from the UK, like sweets and treats, drinks, all over. You can actually use code DARA right there, save you 10% on your cart, right? Whatever's in your cart, you can save 10%. I think it works more for the biltong than the other snacks, but you're more than welcome to try. So link right there. Use code DAR if you want to save yourself some 10%, because who doesn't want to save a little money, especially with things nowadays? And of course, the Iron Enforcer says Paul. There you go, the Iron Enforcer. But yeah, it is crazy. But yeah,
It has an exclamation mark. You didn't
Yes.
include the exclamation. Paul! See, you have to do it right.
Yeah, a Paul with an I.
See?
When you just have someone say Paul with an exclamation part, it's like, no, more feeling. I need more feeling.
Don't call us, we'll call you. Thank you very much.
He
Daramute, is that how you pronounce it? Daramute?
I prefer the French word daramouth. No, it's
Daramouth.
Spanish. Never mind. That's the Spanish friend. But
That's,
it's
that's
like,
right. If you're well, yeah, yes, the Spanish. Where were they from? Castilian? Where they everything have a lisp.
the lisp. Well, you don't need that to be an American. I mean, you can have that and be an American.
No,
Goodness sake.
No, and I know, but in Spain, there's
Oh.
the king. One of the kings spoke with the lisp, and that
Oh.
caused a segment of Spaniards to have
Oh.
that from that region of Spain to have the lisp.
Lisp.
There you go.
I welcome you all here tonight because
I don't know. I thought this was an educational show. I didn't know I was going to be doing all the educating.
We've come to class today to learn about. No, it's it's like the what is it? The Princess Bride marriage. We're married together.
Or the Key and Peele bit where he mispronounces all the white names as ghetto names.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, Ron.
There
There was one guy whose name was Aaron. He said, "Everyone calls me A Ron." And now it's
I just want to just like once you say hey Ron is like, God dang it. Oh good. Or a blockade. Blockade. That was another one.
that
too.
was great.
Yeah.
One of the best sketches.
Yeah. Well, and the funny thing too is that sort of sketch, that character, I believe, was from the Mad TV time, because he had that same coach.
Character. Okay. Yeah.
Type of
Talented
character from-
guys.
Yeah, and yeah, because it was funny for that. I don't know how long that series ran. It was like
3 years.
3 years, Comedy Central, and it's like that's clipped up the wazoo
Yep.
on YouTube.
Yep.
It's crazy. but they did some like they did what was it, the Nazi this is Nazi one where like they were in white face paint. And you had the guy from Modern Family, played Phil Dunphy, was just coming. He's playing one of Hitler's guys. He's like, you know, the one of the Necros, they like to cut toys, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was. But it's such a
Okay.
weird thing to have him to go from comedy, and you have some like Key who just goes to horror, and it's like that is a weird jump. It's a very weird jump, and now I mean he's. For the beginning of what he was doing, he seemed pretty good, but it seems like a lot of people are like meh with his stuff now, with his horror stuff.
I don't watch horror, so I don't know. But I have to get going.
Sure. All right. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for being here. Again, all the links will be in the description below. And of course, thank you to Chat for being here with you on the Rumble side or YouTube side. Thank you so much. And of course, a big shout out to the man himself, Mr. Paul Chato. And of course, a big thing, of course, I should say, that I forgot to mention is that I've had on over 330 various guests, crate or not, and you are Mr. 365.
Wow. Right back to the beginning.
Basically a person for every day of the year.
That's right.
So
That's right. I'm 360. What is it? 360 degrees almost.
almost a little
Almost.
over. You're a little over.
I
but,
remember meeting two girls at a restaurant with their agency, and their agency was called 360 Degree Marketing. And I'm going, why would you name your company about taking your clients right back to where they started?
yeah.
Don't you want to be 180 degree? And they looked at me and were so pissed off at me.
Wow.
360 degree marketing. Why are you returning your clients back to the shitty version that they started with? Don't you want them to be 180 degree from where they are and move
Yeah.
them forward?
Uh,
And then the realization struck them.
the blood just drained from their face.
Drained,
like,
and I never heard from them again. And they were cute. I blew it.
Dang it, every time. But yes, that is then. Of course, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, I will have on Zombie again. I've had him on before. And of course, thank you again also very much. And now, how I end the show is like I did before I started.
A
with
land
the
acknowledgement?
music video.
Excellent.
Yes, all of the above. But I end the show with a music video. Now it's not. Of course, I know you didn't get to see that one, and hopefully you get to see this one. But this is a song that I did use AI to make. I used, but the words are mine. The words are from a poem I made a long time ago. Let's see. But this one is called "A Moment to a Lifetime." 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this one is called "A Moment to a Lifetime." So again, guys, thank you so much for being here. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern with Zombied, and again. Thank you to my 365th guest, Mr. Paul.
Thank you, Daramuthe.
Thank you so much. And you're always never gonna let that one down. Of course, you're always welcome back to come back too. So, but anyway, guys, have a great rest of your night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Give me a moment, and I will make a life.
to come true and be reality. So what do you wish? What is your desired reality? In truth, maybe not much. In truth, maybe it is. Only you can weave the dreams of wanting reality to form, and then, only then, will you create it. Give me a moment, just a single spark. Watch it catch and carry through the dark. Beyond what you can see, beyond what you can name. Every dream you're holding is a quiet flame. The world will tell you wait, the world will tell you no, but the river moves for those who let it flow. 'Cause reality is a dreaming way to come true, to come